Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Strategic Command American Civil War. Welcome back to our series, our rematch versus LCanidestroyer. We're playing as the Union side and we're coming into the 13th turn. Last time I left you in October 61, so we should be in November or something. Yeah, we've been basically producing. It got a little bit calmer, but we're just waiting for Kentucky basically to join our side and to open up a new front alongside the Tennessee River. And we were reinforcing our fleet activities so we can strengthen the blockade. So a lot of stuff going on, still majorly preparations. And yeah, most importantly, we've got the Italian General Giuseppe Garibaldi in our team, and alongside some Italians. And actually, he was offered the main command by major command by President Lincoln. So this is a little bit historical. I haven't really practiced this out in this game so far, so we shall see how this affects the outcome of this game. And I'm quite excited to see how the events related to this one are going to play out and work out for us. Alright, let's watch the replay together. Alien attacks in New Mexico. Yeah, the numerical superiority should play out fine for her over here. I don't know if I can keep the calf over there in Santa Riles, but at least it saved us the China silver mines for 1 or 2 more turns than she would have taken them otherwise. More pressure here by the Confederate natives. Yeah. Okay. Oh, is the enemy trying to attack Fort Monroe now? However, from my personal opinion, I highly find this unlikely that it's possible. She would need artillery or some ships to support this move. Well, she supports it nicely with the gunboat, but I'm not really worried about Fort Monroe at this point. Yeah, we shall see. Alright. Alright, here we have the two enemy regiments, brigades that took some damage from being out of supply. Kentucky prepares for war, finally. That looks very nice. So we are November 21st, 61. 8. Okay, nice. 13. 21 MPP destroyed by our yeah, blockade. Very nice. It's getting a little bit more. Of course, there can be done way more, but for the start, that's fine. Alright. Let's see. Oh, we've got a decision to take. South Atlantic Blockading Squadron. Charleston, South Carolina is one of the largest ports available to the rebels, and our blockade will not be fully effective unless we are able to prevent ships from accessing it. Owing to the extensive fortifications surrounding the city and its harbor, a direct attack against Charleston is believed to be unwise. Instead, the Navy has proposed that we launch an amphibious attack to capture the Port Royal Sound, including the port of Beaufort, which intelligence has discovered to be poorly defended. By capturing Port Royal, we would also be able to reinforce and resupply our ships close to 2 major blockade runner routes, making our efforts to enforce the blockade in that region much more effective. The cost bill of the operation will be 150 MPPs. Would you like to order the attack on Port Royal Sound? Note. If you intend to enforce the blockade of South Carolina and have not yet secured a port in the region, it is recommended that you say yes to this decision. Historically, Port Royal was captured on November 7th, 1861 with minimal losses on both sides. For the rest of the war, it would serve as a major supply and repair base for Union ships serving along the Atlantic coast. And yeah, this is over here. And I will most definitely do that, I think. I mean, we're also intending, of course, to attack Fort Pulaski soon. But yeah, same as for Traverse up here, it's very helpful to have supply harbors around. And I feel like since we're putting some emphasis on our blockade effectiveness, I'm happy to spend the MPPs over here. So yes, I would like to order the attack on Port Royal Sound. Samuel Dupont leads the Union to victory in the Battle of Port Royal. Okay. Nice to see. Also, this very fortress should be taken out maybe soon. And alongside these efforts, the naval efforts, we get also 2 more gunboats. And in River Ironclad, oh, a lot of reinforcements this very turn. Nice. Alright, let's have a quick look what is happening on the front line. So, yeah, it's getting colder, bad weather down here, you see the rain, so muddy. We do have this attack on Fort Monroe, including a division, so yeah, the enemy has some... I guess she absolutely has the idea to take it, but once again, we have entrenchment 4 basically. To see these entrenchment lines here should make it super hard for the enemy to get through without any proper yeah, item with masses of units, but I feel like there's not enough space to do that. Or this is the reason why last time when I played the CSA, I bought myself an siege artillery to attack Fort Monroe that the enemy evacuated in the end. So, yeah. I think this is not gonna be successful very soon, so I don't worry too much over here. So Potomac front is kind of stable. Over here, oh, we've got... Oh, those are the Italians, okay, these brigades down here. Talking about Garibaldi, I was thinking about it a lot, where we would deploy him. And sure, I feel like here is a bigger the demand for HQs soon, here on these fronts. But for roleplay reasons, I'm gonna keep him here in at least in the Potomac area, since he is the high command, basically, and I feel like he would be stationed in Washington or somewhere around. And even if we don't plan, which is like strategically maybe a little bit unwise, since I feel at the moment I'd rather use the empty spaces here in 62 to use the space to keep on attacking here. So we will see, we can adjust also, but I would like to attack more here, so it would be wise to have our best general, which he reflects over there. At the same time, as I said, it's roleplay wise, he should be here in my opinion. At the same time, of course, we never know what the enemy does, and to have a really brilliant general around here, and he should be at least or like same level as Lee or as Jackson, I'm not sure. So he's quite similar to the best CSA generals and our highest or the biggest asset right now. But I think for securing Washington is also not a bad idea for that. Very well. So much about talking. Let's have a quick look. Actually, we did some research last turn, so we can spend another 500 this turn, which we will probably also do. Let's have a quick look on how the enemy spent the MPPs. Okay, just for units last turn. Oh, around 1,000. Okay. No more diplomacy. Yeah, okay, diplomacy, I feel like this is not so relevant right now. We can, of course, we have to observe how the major powers are developing. But Kentucky is at 95, so next turn Kentucky will join in on our side. And are we ready? I think so. Alright, guys. Nevertheless, I'm gonna have my more detailed look over the map and all about everything, and then I'm gonna be back, as you know already, in a second to present you my thoughts and so forth. So, yeah, see you in a second. Alright guys, I'm back, and as always, let's start off in the very west with our reinforcements basically here in Arizona. So we're gonna reinforce Santa Riles to 10. Since, you see these guys always arrive here with very slow supply. Those need to build up, I guess, again, before they can seriously threaten this. So I'm happy to just hold the situation here a little bit longer. Over here we saw like serious attempts to take Fort Thorn. However, we've got this brigade here and we're gonna exchange them. Yeah, they have really low morale after all these forced marches, but I still hope, especially with the bad winter and autumn weather, that they can definitely withstand these attacks and dig in and regain some morale. These guys are gonna get reinforced. And here, yeah, this regiment, so I'm gonna take this cav here. Or even here. No, it's here, it's fine, and bring them here. I feel like they won't be attacked directly, they can't just push them out, and from here I always pose some kind of threat and also some reconnaissance down here in the back. I don't really intend to get offensive without a really strong unit or an HQ around, so this is not in our interest right now, but I feel like this is a nice defensive setup position. Yeah, we shall see what the enemy, how she reacts. If she just rides around, takes the Chino Mine, that's what I would probably do. I hope I could still get them out in this case. We will see, we will see. Alright, coming to the Missouri front, or Arkansas, Missouri, and so forth. So let's first reinforce Fort Washita. Then down here we have still the standoff of Osage and Cherokee. They got reinforced and they're quite low morale, so I'm happy to cause more damage than we take. Down here, yeah, you keep your position. And the enemy still kept this weighty HQ here in Tahlequah. I don't know what the enemy is trying to do with that. Nevertheless, we can already start, like, just for the orientation, we had the Osage unit that we ordered ready to go, so we will have another cavalry around here that we can use to control these plains here. I'm quite happy about this setup. And over here, the enemy is in a constant retreat, so take out this brigade before it actually escapes. Nice, this regiment does the job. Will it go back to Joplin? No, but... Yeah, the essential one is the mine over here, so... I doubt the enemy can push here. Actually, it's still protected like this way. So the enemy can't really push through the mine directly. Maybe they come around this way, but then we cut them off. Yeah, you can't control everything. There's a little bit of a gamble. Anyways, nice. This brigade has been taken out. And down here, yeah, we shall take out this car. Oh. Lower damage than expected. Okay, are we taking them out? Yes, we are. Back to Carrollton, or can you go there? Yeah, that's gonna be the interesting part to see now. Yes, I mean these partisans don't need any supply, they will be fine. However, these guys are cut off, and also we wanted somebody up here to take this road finally, or get some control over here, because here in the east it's a little bit tricky. And again, we've got this packaging situation as in the last turn. Really surprising. I don't know if it came with an update or they make sure some, for PBM that you don't have the chance to cheat or something. I'm not sure. As you guys see, I'm playing quite regularly. And these guys, you can protect the street. I hope they can't take them out in one turn. So yeah, we're cleaning up. And as I keep on talking about it, maybe in 62 we can head for Fort Smith or something. I'm not sure. Like, also, this is going to be interesting when the enemy retreats or if there's reinforcement coming. I don't know. What is very interesting, though, is over here. You remember we had this weird surrounding shufflement where suddenly both sides were without supply once in a while. And now suddenly I was actually kind of in a retreat position, and I feel like the enemy, I didn't see it in the replay, but ran in with this HQ into us. And this is quite a capable Johnston AS. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately I don't have strong units here to attack it, but there's only this one really damaged brigade. However, I don't know what this really indicates. Is the enemy coming with more troops, trying to push up here, maybe like towards Cairo? Is this a serious offensive or just like putting some troops here? I'm not sure. However, I mean, this takes time, so when we have Cairo as a spawn is like where we can set up troops, so it's quite unlikely that this will be a very spontaneous attack or like something we can't identify. However, we saw it, some kind of stuff we can't really deal with the HQ by ourselves, but yeah, we know of it. We reinforce Batesville, and you guys just move up here to protect Poplar Bluff, and then I would reinforce them up here. There's the enemy brigade down here. Yeah. So it can be contained quite easily at the moment, but we have to have an eye on that. Alright. So much about that. And now we're coming to Kentucky, or the Tennessee, Kentucky, Midwest. The new front that we're gonna see probably next turn, since Kentucky is at 95% and prepares for war. So our target must be to march in, quickly secure essential points so the enemy doesn't take them. So, of course, here the primarily Louisville and Frankfurt, here the capital, are quite important. Next to, yeah, where we want to be offensive. I would love to secure Paducah quite early, and yeah, here this kind of attack zone. And of course get close to Nashville. And also I don't want the enemy to come up to the Ohio River to use this good defensive line. So yeah, a lot of space to be occupied and a lot of troops will be needed. Thank God we've got a lot of reinforcements this turn. Let's maybe actually start with them. We've got 2 divisions, 1 CAF division, engineers, 2 CAF divisions. Okay, nice. I think both will be applied here. Minimum, I think also both divisions. And the engineer goes to the Potomac, but the rest will be deployed here. Yeah, I want to be really capable in the first turns where we really have space to maneuver. So maybe let's actually focus on the east first, because we want to rail move some troops, and let's do that first before we start deploying over here. Alright. So much about that. Before we come back, let's do Potomac. And some of the realizations I also had regarding Garibaldi is that we now have an excessive HQ over here. So probably we move him down. I will start off. slowly do that. We're not in a rush, and he will be stationed in Washington or Annapolis, and we shuffle the other HQs to the west. And one of those, I think, will be free, so we can rail move it somewhere around where we really need it in this areas, I guess. So this is my plan right now in terms of HQs. What else? So one of the result of that is that we actually can use McClellan here to push down further here towards Staunton and try my proposed attack. And yeah, as you see with him here, we get actually at least one supply down here, so we can dare to do that to some extent. And yeah, I will not push up further this turn, but next turn we shall see. At least it poses always a nice threat, and that's what it's for. Alright, then let's get to the Potomac here. We got beaten up a little bit. We could retreat behind this river. Supply might be better. No, it is not actually. Or up here. I mean, if they want to, they can come over here. It doesn't really hurt us. And maybe let's move here where we can reinforce them. And you see, bringing the Banks HQ to Cumberland really helps us out here in the supply situation. Okay, let them move in this forest and let the bridge unprotected, but I doubt there's going to be a push. So this brigade can be reinforced. In worst case, we take them down. Winchester, once again, not really interesting to attack at the moment. It was really calm here at the Potomac front in the end, so I don't really have to reinforce anything over here, just move, which I'm happy to do. So we've got our first CAF unit here, which I move over here. Ah, interesting, which gives us already some details about the enemy rear, and there is apparently no unit here. Well. This might be an idea to, despite bad weather and so forth, to push a little bit further to exploit this. This turn, not really. I mean... kind of, it's a very tempting situation. I could basically push down here and get in the rear of the enemy. But with which units? 2 brigades, basically we can... and then follow up with this guy, and this guy follows. That would be, and these guys, also we have a division over here. I mean, there is supply coming from Culpeper and so forth, but with this kind of a movement, I'm... maybe we might be able to bring the enemy to some hectic move, or like to retreat from here, to maybe move down here to behind these Fredericksburg Culpeper position to secure Northern Virginia, just by threatening the enemy. And to be honest, I don't see, like, since there's also, like, we'd crushed the one division is down here, I don't think the enemy has substantial big reinforcements to start a massive push. I didn't plan to do that, but let's do, and I feel like I would push up here to secure this bridge. Yes. Let's do that. I mean, Warrenton is still... here to go secure the railroad bridge, maybe even. To be honest, I can also rotate a little bit in from here. Yeah, here Winchester, this regiment doesn't really pose such a big threat. I feel like the enemy is a little bit posed a little bit flat down here, lacking a little bit units. I'm surprised. I'm also kind of tempted to go forward and attack the HQ, but nah. Woodstack was for sure somebody's down there. I wouldn't believe that it's free. Yep, yeah, but let's follow up. Yeah, we reveal our division, but that's fine. Yeah, that's... at least that's a lot of psychological pressure, I'd say. And... how's the supply? We even get up to supply 6 down here, so very, very good. We got supply 6 also here. You know what, guys? Yeah, there's somebody so ambushed, that's not surprising. Okay, but at least we know it now. I might even be tempted to move up here to attack Beauregard with this brigade. Yeah. No, I don't want to I like this kind of block that we pushed here in between. So yeah, we saw the gap with the cavalry. That's how you know, guys, why I wanted this so badly and how important sometimes reconnaissance is in this game. Because I would have expected some kind of reserves down here. We didn't. The cav revealed the emptiness or like no back reserves here, and we could push through. And I'm really excited, or like it's going to be interesting to see how the enemy is going to react to that. Sure, they can just. I guess if I was the enemy, I would definitely retreat those troops probably down here to shorten here the line. Try to somehow Shenandoah is defendable, but you know, psychology is always a thing in warfare. So let's see how the enemy reacts to that. It's going to be quite interesting if the enemy panics or something. All right, so much about the Potomac. I hear the weird uploading situation again and packaging. We've moved down by force marching down this marine division here, the Farragut Marines. They are from all the force marching only at a little bit low at morale, so I'm actually happy to have them here as a reserve, but also to build up morale. And then I don't know, I'm kind of happy to start also a small naval expedition, let's say. But yeah, let me know if you have clever ideas where I would best case use this, guys. Yeah, for a small landing, just to cause some panic, I would say. With one division, I can't really use too big of a ruckus. Maybe Elizabeth City could be taken, or these kind of things, you know. Just somewhere to distract the enemy. That's basically the idea. That would be possible, but we don't have to also. Yeah, before we forget it, let's also definitely reinforce Fort Monroe down here, which is essential. All right. Let's nevertheless go back to the Tennessee front before we go to the Navy, I would say. And with the Tennessee front was basically about getting ready. Getting ready for next turn for the switch to move in as quick as possible. So we have reinforcements. We've got 2 CAF divisions and 2 normal divisions and 2 brigades we can rail move. Alright, so I'd say CAF division, we definitely want somebody up here to really move down. And I'm not 100% sure anymore how this switches, so to be fast and to counter any enemy activity coming from here, from this Tennessee area. So I'll put down this CAF division in Cincinnati and have them go down to Covington and Frankfurt very soon. So this is the first one to deploy. Then we've got a second CAF division we will deploy, yeah, very close to Grant down here. We can move some troops up first. Yeah, Paducah is, okay, you guys can secure this peninsula. You guys can go here. Yeah, let's bring the CAF division straight to Cairo. So this, then we've got another division, the Berry division. Also to Cairo. Here's kind of the choke point, I would say, the most important ones. Then we've got the Barlow division also in this area. And these guys can actually, we need some more CAF here. You can start from Evansville. You secure this. Alright. Now, it's gonna be interesting. Now we have 2 more brigades, the Italians, and this time I feel like it's not so relevant to be role-playing that they stick with Garibaldi or Garibaldi, especially since brigades have no names or anything. That'll be necessary also to cover a lot of the front over here. Just wondering where we will really need them. Yeah, maybe one for this road, for this bridge. I kind of want to protect or take every of these bridges very quickly off the Ohio River. So that's what I'm focusing on, but in the end there's no enemies so fast, so we will be able to secure it quite easily, I think. Nevertheless, yeah, we need troops here to secure important spots, and I think these guys can help out from Evansville, so we can go here to Madison or something like this, see where the enemy is and move in with this brigade, secure this area up here, for example. Yep, actually I'm quite happy. Looks like we have quite a lot of stuff already around. Of course, we need an HQ around here and some more divisions and so, but for the beginning, I'm not unhappy, I'd say. Like, there have been games where I started when, like, I had less troops for this front available. Alright. Less troops for this front, blah blah blah, but leading us to the Navy now, since we did all the regular stuff. Actually, let's do the reinforcements quickly. We also got the engineers, which shall start where? I think next to Washington. I would the tower engineers. And can they already build in the very first round? Yes, they can, and they should. This side, and then just in case, maybe also this. It's an emergency line next to Washington, so I'd love to fortify here, and I think this is good. But we will also do this hex, but in case they break through, they still have the defense over there, or actually 135 days. No, rather 90 days, and then another one, and I fortify here alongside the last emergency defensive line next to Washington, maybe one up here also. Nice. Okay, now we come to the Navy. And what shall we do? We definitely need to... Okay, we definitely need to get these ships down here. The enemy has this gunboat in Norfolk, and it has been shooting at us. However, we can easily blockade Norfolk Harbor, so the supply goes down, so this one will be really stuck, and we can attack it even in the harbor. To do so, yeah, I would like to do that. Yeah, this frigate just, like, supplies up. You start this blockade. Alright, that's great. Then, we've... our gunboats. One of those gunboats definitely goes here to the Potomac. Oh, nice, even deals a damage. Just for these kind of actions, for shooting at the troops down here to control the Potomac, for reconnaissance. I'm kind of tempted also to deploy a second one down here, but we'll get more, and we also need troops down here, so not yet. Let's continue south for the blockade. We've got Port Terrace now is ours, so we've got here the great supply point, which helps us to bring this gunboat immediately down here to blockade this line here to Wilmington and the blockade runner hex. These guys have a supply of 2. They need to resupply, which is perfect in Port Terrace. And down here we've took with the event Beaufort, which allows us to resupply here, which is amazing. But we've got 8 and 6, so these frigates can just keep their position for this turn. Yeah, for Fort Pulaski probably need like 2 frigates, 2 gunboats, something like this to take it out. We'll get them down, no worries. So here we are in position everywhere, right? Supply 7, supply 9, supply 6. Yeah, they can also be kept in these positions. So quite easy one. I feel like I forgot some boat or something. I'm not sure. This gunboat, yeah. This gunboat, yeah. We take it down, and where do we take it down to? First to help locating down here. Yeah, and then long term down here. Yeah, the blockade gets strengthened. Very nice to see. And I feel like this is everything I had to do game-wise, or like movement-wise. And there we go, package again. Leaves us with our decisions for research and production. And we had a breakthrough, or like we finished one industrial technology, so we will definitely go back in, that we always double-cheat it here until we are done. Because this is our edge, I would say, over the CSA. So double-cheat in here, so we've got 250 more available. But we already double-cheated infantry. I was thinking about heavy mortars, I think I will get some at some point. A lot of interesting things, but actually I will double-cheat on CAF equipment also, since I used a lot of CAF already and I want to catch up. And up to level 2, even the brigades can be equipped, so... And we would use the full 4,000 of research potential. That's why I'm doing CAF equipment one more time. Double-cheated also here, so we have 4,000 research investment. Yeah, this looks very great for us. Leaving us with 739 MPPs for construction. Which, as I mentioned last time, I want to get 1 second Ironclad to control also the Gulf, since those two should be really dominant and ensure our naval dominance. However, you know, yeah, and I really want that. So 1 more for the Gulf in the end, and then we shouldn't need to get any further big ships apart from gunboats. Maybe a monitor here and there. Anyways, 1 more Ironclad, and of course I want a funny and funky name. So I'd rather the Kokuk. Alright, the USS Kokuk. Gonna be purchased. And why I'm buying them now, it's like the production delay of 9 turns. It's really long, these big ships to produce. And I rather have them at some point. So now 2 are on the way, July 62 and August 62. And from this point on, we shall dominate the waves. And unless some European power gets involved, of course. Leaving us with 400 MPPs, and yeah, here I'm gonna be quite boring and going to get myself another division, and it shall be the Getty division. Just feeling like that one. Leaving us with 100 MPP, and this would be classically a gunboat or river gunboat. And I think it shall be a gunboat, as I don't want to overproduce. How many are still coming? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gunboats already. So okay, let's round it up, make it 12. And then I should try to hold a little back. The little Marblehead sounds nice, no? Yeah, I should try to be a little bit calmer about that, but I feel like we invested now a lot into ships, so our blockade shall be quite intense, and also we'll be capable to attack some forts or some land troops with all these gunboats out. This will be helpful, and we probably lose here and there 1 as well. Alright, we still have the last 3, yeah, we have 2 gunboats and a river ironclad to set up. So 1 next to, yeah, to DC itself. Now we've got our 2 Potomac gunboats already, then 1 in Annapolis, yeah, to help out very quickly with the attacks to the Atlantic. And the Pontosuk gunboat, maybe I would like to take it to reinforce a little bit the Gulf of Mexico. So we do, wait a second. Yeah, so we will deploy them here next to New York, so they can be towed down by other boats to Key West. And basically from there they can intervene in the Gulf. While the Baron de Kalb River ironclad shall be set up here also next to Cairo. So we have quite an impressive river fleet already. The next river ironclads might be rather used to also next to New York to be towed down to attack New Orleans or something like this. We shall see. Alright, we spent all the MPPs very effectively, leaving us just with 4 MPPs. And yeah, let's finish the turn together. I feel like, let's make sure I didn't oversee anything. Nope. But quite a satisfying turn, I would say. Yeah, the Missouri-Arkansas front is momentarily like by far the most interesting one. We shall see how this continues, yeah. And if the enemy actually comes up with more troops here in next to the Mississippi, I don't know, next turn is going to be for sure like extremely exciting in Kentucky and opening up this entire new front line. So yeah, it intensifies turn by turn. Alright, let's finish this one. See if there's any decisions or events to take for us. And yeah, of course, our push down to Warrenton here. This is gonna be interesting how the enemy reacts. Pro-Confederate bushwalkers. Yeah, costing us some supply and MPPs. More bushwalkers here in Missouri. I feel like these events happen pretty often. Now our blockade from Norfolk starts, nice. We get production technology level 1. And we collect 1200 MPP, 150 less in the last turn because of the Port Royal operation. And this seems to be the end of our turn, so thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for what I said, our limited naval operation, our landing ambitions, or let me know everything, what's on your heart and on your minds. Thank you for that. And of course, as always, if you haven't yet, it would be amazing if you leave me a like and subscription, since it doesn't cost you anything and keeps the channel on growing and motivates me a lot. Thank you so much for this, and then see you just in the next episode by your Strategy Wolf.